Hello everyone, Krydax here, and welcome back to our pYanodon's Season 3 playthrough. In our last episode, we finished up with tin, mining, and smelting, and that's going strong at this point. What are my bots doing? Apparently we forgot to build something down there. They have such a long range. Or did the bots get stuck down there? I don't know what's going on. Oh, they're repairing, because I ran into that with the car. That's what happened. I crafted a repair pack, so now they want to go repair everything. Anyway, a couple things. We prepared Moondrop stuff, so I crafted some Moondrop greenhouses, some botanical nurseries, crafted some other things just to have a lot in our inventory. Apparently, we laid a lot of stone brick. And I want to add another name to our Patreon garden. Just a reminder, if you'd like to support the channel, Patreon's the best way to do it. Thank you, MetaMike345, for being a patron. Boom. And we're gonna keep improving the look of this Zen garden over time. Once I get another type of tile, we'll have some sort of patterns in here, and then we'll maybe do some trees. I might plant some trees at some point, just probably using the editor. So yeah, we'll get this looking good. I'm hesitant to put power poles just because they're actually kind of ugly, but we will at some point to get light going. And yeah, let's work towards Moondrops. So the way that Moondrops work, I did the math on it. You basically need at least 2 of these recipes to get 8 Moondrops to start, so that you have enough Moondrops to make Moondrop seeds. And whenever you make Moondrop seeds, you basically consume 3 Moondrops, because you can see it consumes 5 but makes 2. I'm ignoring the small chance for some extras. It is a small chance, so it's more likely that you just don't get any extras. So you basically consume 3 Moondrops to make 7 seeds, and then you use 4 seeds to make 4 Moondrops at a time. And so, sorry, I'm just getting my tea figured out here. So basically what we're going to do is we're going to do 3 of these codexes, or codices, and that will give us 12 Moondrops, which should be enough to put some into the greenhouse, as well as having enough to do a couple seed recipes. We could make do with only 2, but it'll go faster if we have 3. And now we're gonna have to get petri dishes. We have planter boxes and we have water. So yeah, we just need petri dishes, and that requires agar, which requires seaweed. So seaweed is next on the list, and seaweed requires just water, which is nice. But the problem is we actually need to go grab some seaweed to put into the buildings. You need the initial modules, right? And with seaweed, moss, and fish, the initial modules come from the game world. And maybe some other things too, but if there are other things, I haven't found them yet. Oh, I guess sap, but we haven't started sap yet. So yeah, we'll grab some seaweed here. It's funny, it has the chopping sound. Does seaweed decay? No decay, thankfully. I feel like I should be able to get that one. We're so close. But I just can't quite get there. I guess reach isn't the same as mining distance. But we don't have mining distance, so maybe it is. I don't know. Do Moondrops decay? No, they do not. Thankfully. And neither do the seeds. Okay, so then we've got the codices done. We need a botanical nursery. We need to be near water. And we don't need anything else for seaweed, right? So, at least for now, I'm just gonna pop this stuff up here, kind of in this empty spot, because we've already got water up here, right next to this guy. I could do that I could just use with a 1 to 2, but this is fine. It's so nice to not have to worry about how many pipe segments I'm adding to slow down the flow, you know, like you used to have to do. As much as I do miss some of the reality of fluids actually flowed, the new system is certainly simpler, and I do appreciate that. Yeah, that's a good point, Alor. It would be really bad if they decayed because they're modules, so that would be a problem. All right, I'm gonna put this pretty far away. just so we have space. And then these don't have any sort of pass through, so we'll just have to do that. We can flip them though, which is nice. And then we can attach these guys, and then with a connector in the middle. And then we'll get the water over there. Oh, you released a mod that adds a new type of flooring. What's it called? I might check it out. Pi already has a lot of custom floorings, you know, that are kind of, I don't know if balance is the right word, but they're at least sort of balanced for Pi already. So it's unlikely I'll add more flooring mods, but you never know. All right. Right, we just output seaweed. That's it. So, and there's no way they produce more than one inserter's worth, even at full speed, right? Their crafting speed will end up being 1 per second. Well, crafting speed will be 1. Sorry, I should say that differently. And it's 50 seconds for 10. 1 every 5 seconds. Yeah. So this is good, and then we take the seaweed and we put 1 in each to start them all up. Rather, if you put them all in 1, then you're actually gonna have less. Ooh, if I'm smart, I'll do it like this. If you put it all in 1, you'll have less per second, because the building has a base speed that kind of gets you started. And it depends on the building how much that actually matters, because some buildings the module adds like 500%, and then the building plus the module is really only like 600%, so it's basically the same whether you put them all in one building or not. But these only add 100%, so the building is kind of like one module already, but it can't run until you add one module, so this is really like 2 modules, 4, 6, and then 10. Whereas if I put all of them in one building, it would only be like 7. It's not that different, but you know, it adds up over time. Though then you have to ask yourself the question, it actually might be better to put them all in one so that we finish a recipe of seaweed first, and then we can put those into another building. So, anyway, it's all interesting. Is my tea still too hot to drink? No, it's delicious. Green tea, like seaweed. I wonder if seaweed tea is a thing. I'm sure someone's tried. Alright, so that'll be seaweed. We'll start collecting that in a chest. I don't really need to do anything else with it at the moment. Oh, one other thing I did do, I didn't mention it yet, between the last episode and this one, is I made some fish turbines. I had forgotten about them, and they do provide a decent amount of power. They average to 550 kilowatts apiece. They do require 5 fish each, and fish are not easy to come by these days. I might find a big lake at some point. I grabbed some fish from this lake, but I want to say there's a body of water to the east somewhere from when I explored the map, and I could drive around that to get some more fish if I want more of these. But yeah, I kind of, you know, I looked at the numbers, and it's like, that's equivalent to, how much was it? If it averages to 550 kilowatts, and our steam boilers, steam turbines have an 50% efficiency, then that's an average of 1 megajoule worth of raw coal, which is about 1/3 of a coal per second, just from having these, right? So 3 of these is basically the same as 1 raw coal per second of power. So that's 2 raw coal per second right there. Forever and infinite, etc., etc. Yeah, and there's our first seaweed, so we'll take that, throw those in. I am still sad about these construction drones not being able to put modules into things, but by the time it really matters, I think we'll have construction bots, but we're gonna have to do a decent amount of putting modules in that, you know, we wouldn't have had to do with nanobots. Twitch is a no-go. You should be able to refresh it. It's definitely, well, I shouldn't say definitely because there's no guarantees with Twitch, but I think it's a on your end problem. Twitch seems to be working fine, according to OBS. So try refreshing it, because Twitch is just weird sometimes and you need to refresh the page or close the browser and restart it or who knows what. Alright, now we're getting all the seaweed. Okay, so that's already up to 0.7 a second. I think it ends at 0.8 a second, so that'll be a little under 1 per second. I guess that inserter might be too slow technically, but it doesn't really matter because I don't need the seaweed automated even at this point. I just need some of it to get our agar. So the agar comes from boiling seaweed. What is it? Steam cooking seaweed in a high pressure furnace. Okay. So then what we'll do is we'll make, we've already got some HPFs. We've got some steam down there already. And now I need to get a glassworks to make some petri dishes, some empty petri dishes. Which we can put over here. Need to move these so that they're not in the way. I'll leave another one just for glass. And we'll make this one petri dishes. And then do the pass-through of gasoline. Oh yeah, and then this is a good spot to replace our old pipes. With the new fancy ones. Oh, also someone was saying, what are these underground pipe extender things? This is just from the advanced fluid handling mod. Alright. Out of gasoline, out of everything. That's problematic. Aren't we supposed to be pumping syngas into this too? Probably don't have any. I could burn the aromatics, but that seems like a crime. Yeah, I mean, the main issue is I just didn't have tanks, so the buffer was really small. We are consuming some of this coke to make power down here. But I might need to be consuming more. I don't think I want to deal with fixing this right now, but it is kind of problematic. I just need a few petri dishes, so it's fine. 3 is enough. 3 is enough. The agar does decay, yes. So the agar decays into what is called biocrud, which is something that a lot of things decay into, as far as I'm aware. I guess there's only a few ways to make biocrud, but a lot of things decay into it. Yeah. All these things decay into biocrud. So, anyway, we'll try to not let things decay. Whoa, steam is over here. So why don't I grab some steam? I don't really know where I'm doing this. I guess I can just do this right here. This is just a very temporary thing. So we're gonna make some agar, and then it has a decay time, so we need to be ready to make petri dishes. filled petri dishes, that is. And then we'll put some logs in there, I guess. And then that'll make the petri dishes, and then we'll have them. Okay, that's all we need to do. Grab some seaweed. We'll be automating all this for Pi1, so I don't need to deal with that right now. Yeah, obsolete decay is an option for Pi. It's not on by default. It's a new kind of experimental-ish option. And yeah, Aelor, I don't believe things can spoil into different items. But I don't technically know that, but I'm pretty sure you can only spoil into one thing. Obsolete, it's both. It's a useful nuisance. There are some things that it helps with, I believe, but it also, you know, adds complexity to things. All right, so now all we need is our botanical nursery, and we can make some moondrops here. Should be 3 recipes worth once we get some water. And there we go. Wait. Am I going insane? What just happened? Oh, it's 2 petri dishes per. Oh, okay, we need a few more. Oops. Oopsies. Oh, I can't wait for splitters. And I can't wait for warehouses. It's gonna be so nice. Alright, I do only need 3 of these, so I'll just take exactly 3. Can you percent spoil into different things? I don't know what you mean by that. How is that a different question? You have a shrine dedicated to your first splitter? Yeah, we should probably do the same thing. The first splitter is a very special splitter. Alright, so this will take a minute, but should be good to go now. Blender box, water, yeah. Alright, so that's good for moondrops keep falling on my head. And we shall just research some other stuff like substrate. It even has a better glass recipe already if I'm willing to make some sand. And we need to start researching towards Vraux. So let's do that. Got a lot of work till Pi Science 1. All right, so I don't know. I don't think there's a chance to spoil into different products. If such a feature exists, I've never seen anyone talk about it, and I've never seen anyone implement it. Which does not prove it doesn't exist, but I think it doesn't. So where's our zinc? Zinc is down. No, that's nickel. That's zinc. Okay, zinc is not too bad. So we need to go mine some zinc. We need to bring, I believe it's aromatics down there. So we'll need a bunch of these pipes, which we've got, and we'll figure out some sort of pipe connection. I'd like to go maybe to the side of the aluminum, maybe on the left side of the aluminum and the borax here. And so we can just go down there. No! Alright. Let's get that built. Which one is the wrong one? Is it that one? Yeah. Alright, so let's get aromatics hooked up here. I'll be able to delete a lot of this once the iron patch is gone, so I'm not too worried about going through that portion of the base. And then the aromatics are way over here right now. Hey, we got the first moon drop. Let's... Yeah, we'll have it on this spot for now. And then we'll figure out where it goes next. Yeah, I think I can just go over. That's fine. You could emulate, yeah, actual radioactive half-lives. That is true, if you could do such a thing. There might be a way... I'm trying to think. I mean, I guess... If spoilage is perfectly deterministic, I guess there's no way to do it. But you could force... You could have a spoil time that forces you to craft it into something else first. And then you can do the percent-based chances on the thing that you're crafting. So that would be kind of a workaround. But... Alright, let's do this. This is just a mess, but it's fine. And then... You know, maybe... I need to start planning a little bit more for super highways of stuff through my base. Like leave a big swath, you know, of space for like pipelines to go through the base. Because when you spread out organically, you end up with a bunch of stuff in the way, and then it makes it hard to do stuff like this. So like I probably should have had, you know, a 15 tile wide highway through the middle. And then I would have had space for stuff like aromatics through the base later. And yeah, it's true, eventually like 15 isn't enough, and then what do you do at that point? But at least it'd get you pretty far before you know, run out of space. I like bus bases too, but buses do not work for Pi. You can sort of do a bus early game, like, I'll admit that, but it's not like a bus base works very well. But yeah, I mean, at least putting, you know, all your plates and stuff like wood and moss and stone, you know, and rock coal, like, you can get some stuff done, but the problem is a lot of the time you need like something like raw coal doesn't really work on a bus because you need huge amounts of it, and so it's like, what are you going to do, put 7 belts of raw coal on the bus? It makes more sense to just bring raw coal where you need it. So really the only things that make sense to bus are the lower volume things, which are plates, and there's a lot of fluids for sure, so that's a thing. What did I... Oh, he's just going and building something. I did a bus-based approach for my first Pi base, which was not something I did on stream, so there's no evidence of it, but it was painful. I also had deadlock stacking on that save. Alright, now we're gonna need... Does it tell me where the break occurs? Or do I have to guess? I think it does, and there's a little X in there somewhere. Is that the one? Okay. I'll just put a pump here. I need so many more power poles. Alright, so that's done. I'm just having a nightmare realizing we need solid fuel for this too. I really wish there was a raw coal patch down here. I really do. In a weird way, a stone patch could provide fuel, but then you need to ditch the stone. But I could use Keragen from that. And the lead patch is over where? Oh, there's nickel right there. I missed that nickel patch. The lead is right here, which won't be too bad. Yeah. I mean, there's nothing for it. I'll just have to bring some raw coal over from the other belt. That's going to tin. I think that's the easiest solution. For now. Alright. Get rid of all this. Might need a chest to dump things in. Now, how did that happen? How did little coal poops happen? Apparently, drones do not always do their job properly. Okay, so then we need to copy our tin mining setup, which should be perfectly adequate for zinc mining. Sure. Oh, I guess I need a craft. Let's do 4 to start. And then fluid comes over. Like that. And then we've got fuel coming over. And then zinc going back. Sweet. How are we already 28 minutes into the episode? Ah! I mean, I guess we did Moondrops. I was about to say, like, we've only just started doing one thing. No, we already did Moondrops. We've done 2 things. Alright, and then the fuel will have come over from the tin. Yeah, it's so nice once you get the Mark II fluid drills and you can just mine stuff only having to bring 1 resource instead of 2. Oh, we are stuck. It's very nice. I mean, is it going to be easier? I have coke here. I don't know if I want to use coke for mining fuel, though. Bring that over or bring something down from here. I think I'll bring the tin over. Well, not the tin, but the fuel for tin. Just fill the world with belts. Be the belts you want to see in the world. Alright, let's get rid of a little chunk of trees here. make a little highway until we get over to here. I may want a tree decon planter. And then we'll do that. They make such cute little noises. It's so weird. Why sometimes do they take like 5 hits to take out a tree? I don't understand that. Alright. That's done. Aromatics is done. So I believe... Hey, Salmon Shorts. Thanks so much for the Prime sub. Very appreciated. With any amount of luck, this is all we need. And we have zinc. Oh, I can't wait for radar either. It's gonna be so nice. Oh, I hate not being able to see my base. It's so frustrating. And we need more iron. Down to 330k. Alright. We also need sap. We need all sorts of things. All freaking sorts of things. Oh, you've been running through C block? Fun, fun. Well, I'm glad you've been enjoying it, Salmon. Alright, boom. Boom goes the fluid miner. Apparently... How is... No, there is a mods command. It's just stupid. I don't understand. I doubt any of you know the answer to this. Maybe you do. But OBS Streamlabs has something called a cloud bot, and that's what I use for the bot. It deactivates itself randomly. I don't understand why. Like, I don't use Streamlabs, by the way. I use OBS Studio, but Streamlabs has like an online component, and you can add CloudBot to your Twitch stream or whatever, and that's the thing that does the command. I just turned it back on, so you should be able to use the mods command now. But for whatever reason, it just turns itself off sometimes. And I can't figure out why it does that. I have no understanding. And it's really frustrating because, you know, it's not like I want to have to log into, Ash is, I broke this belt, that's all. Okay, thankfully. There we go. Anyway, it's like, yeah, I don't want to have to like log into Streamlabs just to see if CloudBot's turned on every single time I stream. That's such a like nuisance. So I'm not gonna do that. But then it just randomly is off. Sometimes it's on for weeks. Sometimes, like in this case, I created that mods command only like a week or two ago. So it didn't even last a couple weeks. So I don't understand why it does that. But what was I here for? Belts? I got belts. All right. So that's that. Now what? We've got zinc mining. I guess we need to belt it the rest of the way home. Yeah, you can do lots of things with ash. I'm not into the ash processing stage of things yet. I think processing ash this early is kind of a waste of just infrastructure. All right. Where do I want to smelt zinc? I don't even know. For now, I will actually smelt it down here. And call it a day. Obsolete, that is actually not true, believe it or not. I mean, yeah, sorry, it is true. It depends on how much you mean by much less space, because soot doesn't stack as much as ash. So when you just do ash separation, first of all, you have to deal with the coal dust. If you don't deal with the coal dust, you only get 2 times the density, because even though it's 1/20th, it also only stacks to 1/10 the amount. So as far as storage, you have to deal with the coal dust, which is easy in certain situations and not so easy in others. And then thing number 2 is that the soot is only 1/5 of the density, so it's still only cutting the storage you need by 5x. And then you have to process the soot if you want to then, you know, have further density. So it's kind of a pain in the butt to deal with ash that way. It certainly is an option, but it's not like it's just, oh, that makes it so easy. You know, it's not one of those types of things. I think I'm gonna use this raw coal, since I'm literally not using this build at all. Should I just delete this? I'm hesitant, but at the same time, I think I should. Now my inventory's full of trash. Ash into soot can get you gold once you start needing gold or silver, but that's a long ways from now. So I don't know if early is the right word for that, because it's more like a mid-game thing. I mean, we need more agreed upon words for like what early means in Pi. You know, am I past early? Am I still early? I'm at 20 hours. You know, in some ways that's like, I'm not even done with the tutorial. In other ways, it's like, we're 20 hours in, you know? So it just depends on how you define things. All right, so we're bringing, this can all go bye-bye. And then, oh my gosh. What I need to do is put away some of this stone brick. I'm not paving the world at this exact moment. So that'll help a little bit. Yes, if you process 10 steps worth of things, or, you know, maybe 5 steps worth of things, yes, the compression is ridiculous. But you can also just get rid of ash. So it's like, by the time you can do all of that, or want to do all of that, or have the reasons to do all of that, you can also just turn ash into flue gas and vent it. So I think there's lots of effective ways to deal with ash, and I don't think just separating it is like some magical answer that's better than the rest. All right, now why is there no zinc here yet? Shouldn't we have seen some? That's concerning. Because we have aromatics and raw coal going down there. That should be enough to give us some zinc back. What have I done wrong? What's up, Lodro? Tayus? How's it going, y'all? Also, I am going to be done with this episode before 1 hour and 40 minutes. That's getting ridiculous. I need to get back closer to like The 40 minutes to 80-minute range. 100 minutes is absurd. I think the issue is that we don't have enough aromatics. Yeah, that's the problem. Okay. So we need to get the aromatics flowing. How did... I'm an idiot. We literally already saw zinc on the belt, and I saw it getting loaded into the furnaces. And that memory just went right back to the trash can. Wow, wow, wow. All right. So we just need to get the aromatics actually running. Yeah, it's not... 120 a minute is all we're getting. Hey, there we go. There's some zinc plates. All right, so then I really, really, really need splitters to do a lot of things more effectively. So I'm gonna do something I don't normally do, which is hand feed the beginning of this. So I'm just gonna put all this in chests for now. Because the only thing I need zinc for is the zinc batteries, and you know, we'll have better ways to connect everything once we have splitters. So we'll just let the zinc build up over there. We'll just carry a few hundred plates at one point. Because we only need 3-ish zinc per circuit, so it's not that crazy. We can hand feed, a few hundred quite easily. All right, we're getting there. Let's go check on our Moondrops, because we need to get that process rolling. Or growing, I guess you could say. Pi having an item that decays into an atomic explosion. That would be kind of hilarious, but also terrible. Let's not give them any ideas. How about? All right. Let's get rid of this stuff because we've got our Moondrops. And then now we need our Moondrop greenhouses. And what do these guys need again? Just water. Okay. Is it a pass-through? No, it's not a pass-through. Alright, so the seeds will need to come in. I have a plan here, don't worry. Don't you worry. And then Moondrops will go out. And then we need power. 2, 3, 4. Okay, so power. I'm hoping that connects. And then this guy will load like so. Let's see. No, I guess it would be better. This is fine. It's a little ugly, but that all works. And then we'll copy that. Super force build. Connect the power. Throw a lamp in the middle of it. And there we go. Baby, you got a stew going. And then the water. Connector on the top. We certainly could have connected the water through the middle. I don't really know why I didn't, to be honest. And then that, and that, and that. Water is provided. And then finally, we need some botanical nurseries, which we already have to process the seeds. I don't know how many we need. I'm just spitballing here. And then we're going to have to do prioritization shenanigans here. So let's see. I'm going to start with 4 there. Those 8 are going to be modules. Oh, I need 5. There we go. And then we'll take all that, put this in here, put the seeds in there. And I'll grow as fast as it can, which is still gonna take, I don't know, what is that, a minute, 2 minutes? Crafting speed 0.6. I do really wish maybe Ryguard would be willing to add this. I would love an option that would calculate recipe seconds per recipe. Because it's just this to the power of -1, but that's not always easy to do in your head, right? I mean, in this case, that's about a 1/6, a 60th, so it's about 60 seconds, right? But I'm a math guy, and even then, it still is something I don't always want to be doing, so it would be nice sometimes if you could just see the inverse. All right, what are we doing? So these are gonna come back, and then let's see. I feel like we could just do this. Clean things up a bit here. Look at me cleaning things up. Oh, I'm so proud of myself. I don't normally do that. You're right, Taronin. It is. Yeah, if the recipe doesn't output 1 at a time, then yeah, you need it. You're right. That's not 60 seconds because it makes 4 Moondrops. So it's 2. So it's 4 minutes, not 1 minute. Yeah. So having that as a function would be very nice. Anyway, let's put these back. Yeah. Okay. So what are we doing with this? So basically, I'm building 2 just based on a faint gut feeling that if I want 8 of these to be running, we're gonna need more than 1 of these. Based on what I very faintly don't quite remember from my last Pyron. We'll see what the actual numbers are once we have enough modules. I'm not too worried about it. So anyway, those get fed in. So this is where we need a priority output. So the seeds. So I'll filter seeds on one of these guys. So the seeds will just go straight onto that belt as they should. But then we're gonna need an output for the Moondrops that come back from the recipe. And then those are going to go on this belt. And then this belt needs to get prioritized. It's the easiest way to do this. A splitter would be the easiest way to do this. Oh, goodness. Let's put these on the close side, and then what we can do is, let's see, prioritize these. So I can just do this. Yeah. Yeah, that's a way to prioritize properly. So then these always have higher priority. From side loading is low priority if it's on that lane. And so then there'll always be room for these to get out, which is what we want. And then let's see, what else do we need to do here? Hey, we got our first Moondrops. Congratulations. You're the proud owner. Alright, and I need to borrow one more to run the recipe. And then I'll just take everything myself because these numbers are too small for things to be automated. Feed that, feed this. And now it'll run 2 more times, which means the output that it makes, I'm going to put back into the module slots to speed things up even more. Anyway, so this is good. And then I guess the thing that I want is some inserters here. I mean, I guess we could measure this belt. Not enable, disable. And then the inserters will only run if Moondrops are greater, and we do need to make sure that's what we want, right? It's not like a recipe Moondrop, but it's an actual Moondrop. Yeah, okay. Maybe if they're greater than 20. 8 tiles. Corners are roughly canceling out, so that's 20 or 32. So maybe go with like 25. And then there's Moondrops. I don't think it needs to be on 2 sides of the belt though, so we'll have it on 1 lane. It's not like we're gonna make 7.5 Moondrops a second here. So there's Moondrops on a belt, and that can go over to then the Moondrops that make. Oh no, we need seeds on a belt. Wait. I remember needing both on a belt. Blue refined concrete. What did Moondrops make that we needed? Am I making this up? Maybe oh, it's cotton guts. That's what it was. Yep, cotton guts. Okay. That's still not for a long time. So then for now, it's actually the seeds. I did this all wrong. No! It's actually the seeds we need a priority output on. Or a low priority output on. Which I didn't leave room for. What I'm gonna do is move this whole thing a few tiles over. Because I'm gonna leave that Moondrop output. And then we're gonna have the same darn thing for seeds here. Basically, this is just a low priority output for seeds. We're gonna measure this belt. I don't even know how far it needs to back up. And honestly, there are a lot of really unhelpful things right now. I need to disconnect probably these 2 belts. That one's fine, actually. So that the seeds don't go further. So only these 2 are going to run while it's spinning up. Because these spin up times are forever. And then... seeds. Are those going to go on opposite sides of the belt? I can never remember how this works. Or are they going to go on the same side of the belt? I think they're going to go on the same side of the belt. Actually. I really want to know, though. Hey, there's the Moondrops. Beautiful, beautiful. Give me those. We'll run this even faster now. It's a 140-second recipe, and it's only going about 90% speed, so. Am I gonna make 7.5 Moondrop per minute? You mean per second? Definitely not gonna make... I don't think we're gonna get past 1 inserter's worth, to be perfectly honest. Alright, so anyway, it'll work out kind of nicely if I do that. And then I can just bring the seeds this way, which is a little dicey, but thanks to the beauty of... Wait, what? Whoa. Since when did I need CO2 for this? Why did I forget that? Okay. So then we're gonna have to space these out by 1, which is annoying because of how these line up, so maybe I shouldn't do it this way. Yeah, I'll just go down here. So that'll be seeds. This will be water. We can do... I guess it's probably easiest to just connect down. And then we can have 2 different pipelines down here. Oh, I'm done. We can just connect that one. And then we have this pipeline. Okay, so that's good like that. We gotta load in the seeds. So I think that'll do it. I don't even remember how many of these I need, but we're gonna make 4? 4 feels way too many. I feel like I made 1 last time. I think I'm overbuilding to the 9s. But for some reason, I kind of want to. With non-Bob shortcut? What? I don't know what you mean by non-Bob shortcut. I do have this one going on. I already have this shortcut, but... Oh, you mean the quick adjustable? Yeah, I could do that if I really wanted to. What I'm curious, I want to see it happen though, because I don't remember. Oh no, what did I do? Ah, I forgot to keep things running here. All right, one more. Grab the outputs, steal everything. I cut off my water supply. That's what I did. How did I do that? I don't even know what happened there. Alright, anyway. Water supply's good. We have enough for 2 more seed things. There's 2 more Moondrops. Alright, we're getting there. We're getting there. This will still take a few more minutes to spin up, but I'm feeling pretty good about it. And the seeds need a priority system here, so... I mean, I think it's pretty safe to just say if Moondrop seeds are equal 4. Because these 2 inserters are never going to hit full compression until we get to stack size of 2 on non-stack inserters. Oh, and see, stack size is such a confusing sentence. More like hand-holding size, gripping amount size, because I don't literally mean stacking of 2. I mean when these can grab 2 items at a time, and then that will place 2 in a row, and then if this one could place 2 in a row, and this one happens to place 2 in a row right behind another 2 in a row, then it will read 4 for a very brief moment, and this inserter will fire. But that's only going to happen once in a while. And by that point, I will have splitters. So, exactly, Roarin. Yes, this nonsense is very much not necessary at that point in the game anyway. But I was more just thinking, like, could that ever go wrong? Because that's how you need to think. Can this go wrong? And the answer is yes, but it won't matter. So that is good to go. So I guess we're just kind of still playing the wait around game. So why don't we, while we're sort of waiting around for this is going to run twice more with no issues. And I actually want to just do that then. I want the Moondrops to build up for a minute while it runs twice more. And then what I want to do is start working on lead. Hey, Simon. What spaghetti do you see there? All sorts of good spaghetti. Inserters hand-holding each other. They're holding hands. The hand-holding power. Yeah, I do feel sad about all the different meanings of stack size in this game. It is an unfortunate semantic overload. There's too many meanings of the word stack size. Do I have quality enabled? No. It's not supposed to be either. The devs have specifically said, like, I mean, it's a single player game. You can do whatever the heck you want, but you really shouldn't turn on quality, is the idea. It's such an imbalanced thing, and there's no way. Quality is not easily changed with modding, and so there's really no way for them to ever balance quality with Pi. And personally, I'm okay with it. I don't think I've gotten into a full spiel on my take on quality, but the longer I've gone and the more I've thought about quality, the less I like it, just overall as a mechanic. I actually don't think it's good for Factorio. So that's my, like, super short summary. I'm not going to get into the whole thing right now, but... Alright, we need the acetylene. Thankfully, it's right there. We'll need fuel. We can just use coke. It's not going to be a ton of lead mining. So this is, like, super duper easy right here. I'm just going to steal a smidgen of coke here and bring that over. How can quality be imbalanced? It's just some faster machines, right? I think you're being sarcastic. So you can tell me if you're not, and then I can give you an actual answer. Alright. Right. Oh, those don't go that way. I don't know. I'll just put this right here on the corner, I guess. And then I'm gonna need to craft 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 of those. Legendary ash. Yeah, that would be, I can't even imagine. All right, and then the acetylene is down here. Can't tell, is that that square. All right, acetylene's done. Fuel is done. And that's it. That's really it. Not bad. All right. And then I'll copy this smelting for some lead over here. With, I don't know, I guess we'll throw one more inserter here. Hey Trig, glad you could catch a stream and you've been enjoying your own Pi run. I've inspired many people to start a Zen garden, it sounds like. Which is super fun. I don't know. I love that people are getting into Pi. I do think I had the same in my review of Greg Tech New Horizons. I said a lot of similar things where, like, I think a lot of people come into it with the wrong approach, and that's why they don't like it and or say it's too hard or not fun or too grindy. Now GTNH is actually more grindy than Pi. I will say that for sure. So if you're using the word grindy, I think GTNH actually is definitely some grind. But even then, it's like, if you really don't like that, there are some ways you can mitigate it with some cheating, that, like, appropriate cheating, so to speak. You know, you hack in a couple, you start with a healing axe or whatever, where it's like, I don't want to deal with that grind, so I'm just going to start with a healing axe. Like, I wouldn't blame you if you did that. And Pi, same thing. You know, there's quality of life mods for Pi to reduce some of the grind of, like, early game building. Like, that's why I have construction drones, is because the grindiness of placing every single building manually is not something I'm interested in. So I removed it. I removed that grind. And I already have the joy of being able to copy and paste things. All right, well, we made lead. Congratulations, us. And I think this is the perfect place to call it an episode. Just about an hour, a little over an hour into this episode. I will keep streaming, so don't go anywhere if you're here watching live. But for those of you from the future YouTube recording, thank you for watching. We're almost to circuits. I'm very excited about that. Let me know what you think down in the comments, and I'll see you in the next episode.